Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Welch On-Ice, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm really excited for it. Are you ready?
Yes! 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 Yes!
We're going to do a little segment called, wait for it.
Yes!
Wait for it.
Yes!
Shootout Shoutouts. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through each NHL team in a shootout mode, and we're just going to be talking hockey about them. We're going to be talking about the trades that they made at the deadline, their playoff pushes, their season tanks perhaps. We're going to just be talking about the state of each NHL team, and these videos are just going to be little small snippets, each team at a time, so about probably 5 to 10 minutes per video, and so it's just going to be a little taste of NHL talk. And so I want to hear in the comments, do you agree with my takes that I'm going to make? Do you disagree? Do you have different takes? And so yeah, just I want some interaction on this one. This is going to be a place for discussion, a place to get the comment section going, and yeah, shootout shoutouts. Without further ado, the Anaheim Ducks. But before we do that, I want to give one shout out of my own, and that is to my good friend Jake Ritter. He and I were talking about this idea, and so this idea ultimately came from him. So Ritter, shout out to you. While we're on the topic of shouting out, why not share this with a friend? Give me a little shout out, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, leave a like, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. But without further ado, it's time for Shootout Shoutouts with the Anaheim Ducks. Alright, so as we said, we are going to be the Anaheim Ducks today, and before we jump into the shootout, we're just going to take a look at who they have for shooters. So our shootout lineup is looking like this. We got Cutter Gauthier, Alex Killorn, and Leo Carlsson. I think I'm going to take Killorn out of that second spot and throw Troy Terry in there. And then we got Beckett Seneke. Oops. Then we got Alex Killorn in the 5th spot. So this is what our lineups are looking like. If we take a peek at our goalies, we obviously have Dostal in the starter position. But who are other notable players? They also have Granlund, which I think, honestly, I may swap Killorn out for Granlund. You got McTavish. Also, why is he not here? That's crazy. Right now, I've got a bone to pick with Anaheim. As most people know, I'm a pretty big Leafs fan. And so seeing Austin Matthews on the ice against Anaheim, it hurts my heart a little bit because of what happened between him and Radko Gudas. And the players' Department of Safety has said that, the suspension is only worth... That was a bad shot. The suspension is only worth 5 games. So I think that, considering the fact that Matthews is out for the rest of the season, that it should be more than 5 games. However, this isn't an episode about the Toronto Maple Leafs, despite the fact that we are playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I just realized that doing shootout moves and talking is going to be very difficult at the same time. But let's talk about additions that Anaheim has made this trade deadline. So we got John Carlson. That was their big acquisition this deadline. And honestly, I think that it's a really good move for them. They need... I don't know how to do moves. I play goalie via bro. They need a defense. I mean, they got Gudas and they got Trouba, so why not add another seasoned vet to their D core? All right, McTavish. Let's see what you got. Well, I lose the first shootout. Oops. A rematch. So Ryan Strome was shipped out and John Carlson has come in his place. So that's a pretty solid, honestly, trade-off if you ask me. Now, they weren't a part of the exact same trade. They were 2 different trades, but that's just besides the point right now. John Carlson is one of those guys who, yes, he's a veteran, but he still adds so much defensive value to a team. Let's pull up the Anaheim stats here. So Cutter Gauthier is leading their team right now in points. And I know Leo Carlsson so Cutter Gauthier's got 58 points. Carlson's got 52. Gauthier's played significantly more games than Carlsson has. He's got 11 more games. So, I mean, he does Carlson has more point per game average, but Gauthier is just such a good addition. I honestly thought he would flop. I don't know why. I could get flamed for that. Maybe, I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it was the fact that he requested a trade. I didn't see a team really wanting a player with that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say attitude, but maybe it was just not appealing to me. As a manager, I don't think I would really want that on my team. But nonetheless, Cutter Gauthier has exceeded my expectations, and I think is starting to become the player that a lot of people think he was going to be. Beckett Seneca as well is just another one of those players. He's got 51 points in 65 games, and he's just really trending in the right direction. If you're an Anaheim fan, you should be very excited for what you're going to see from him. I really wanted a between the legs goal. I've never actually scored one of those before.
Hip hip! No! Hip hip! No! Hip hip!
Boo! You stink!
Anaheim's one of those teams that just has a really young core. You know, Gauthier, Carlson, Seneca, even Lacombe on defense, McTavish. It's more so their, oh my goodness, it's more so their defense that's a little bit on the older side. Okay, now let's talk about goaltending. Dostal is a goalie who just gets peppered. Like every single game, it seems, he just faces so many shots. If I had to guess, I would probably say he's probably the goalie in the NHL who has the most shots against, just because of the team that he's on. Now, the team has gotten better. I may be thinking a lot about last year as well into this total, because last year I had him in fantasy hockey and he got so many points because of the saves that he made. Even though he wasn't winning games, he was still averaging quite high in the point totals. You even look at what he did against Canada in the quarterfinal. Like, he was playing with Czechia, and just the way that he played against Canada in those clutch moments, I think that Anaheim, if they are smart, they would keep him for a long time, because he's going to be a really good goalie for them, especially with this young core that they've got going. Now, I can't do an entire shootout shoutout video without winning a shootout, so now I'm actually going to try to apply my effort into not talking, but doing well in a shootout here. The L2 trick, I'm telling you, they didn't fix it. They didn't fix it. Oh, I meant to do something else there. Oopsies. All right, Johnny T, what you got? Oh, I forgot to shoot the puck. Oops. Okay, let's finish this here. Oops, not what I wanted to do. I'm actually so bad at deking, it's not even funny. Okay, here we go. This is it. This is it here. Oh! I beat the goalie, I just couldn't hit the net. There you go, a little shimmy shake on the way down. And we got a win with Anaheim. You love to see it. I would get absolutely roasted and toasted if I were playing online shootouts. And the last thing that I want to say about Anaheim is they shocked me when I looked at the standings, and I'm seeing currently, as I'm recording this video, that they are first in the whole Pacific Division. That's astounding to me. Now, I will say, this year, it's not entirely difficult to be first in the Pacific Division, because every single team in the Pacific Division wouldn't even be in a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. So when you look at the league as a whole, the Pacific isn't a very strong division this year. However, Anaheim finds himself at the top of it, and so I think that the trades that they made at the deadline will help them in their playoff push. They are also 6 points away from being out of a playoff position, so it's a very tight race still, but I think that addition of John Carlson will definitely help their back end make the playoffs. I think they'll be a playoff team this year. That's my hot take for the Anaheim Ducks. What's your hot take for the Anaheim Ducks? I want to hear it in the comments. Let me know. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you have a different take altogether? This has been Shootout Shoutouts, Episode 1, Anaheim Ducks, and we'll see you in the next episode for the Arizona Coyotes.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Just kidding. I'm not a casual. We'll see you against the Boston Bruins.